go with the Grenadier, and today we're taking a look at the version 3 1992 Destro. And before we get into the video, join our Discord. We talk about multiple things on there, from retro toys to modern toys to an army of muckmen. So make sure to just check it out if you have the Discord app. Link in the description. Now that we got that out of the way, let me tell you something. I have a really soft spot for this version of Destro because he was my very first G.I. Joe ever. I was just strolling one day and I wasn't really into G.I. Joe yet. I was more into Masters of the Universe, really. I had more of a just focus on one line mentality, but then I just went to a local disc store and I found him and I was just like, oh, this guy looks way too cool. And then I got him and I played around with him for a little bit, and then we went to Little Caesars, so as you can tell, a pretty solid day. Destro here is from a line called G.I. Joe, which started out in 1993 and ended in 1995. G.I. Joe is the Special Mission Task Force. G.I. Joe is the highly trained Special Mission Force. Wait, hold up.
G.I. Joe is the code name for America's daring, highly trained Special Mission Force.
G.I. Joe is the code name for America's daring, highly trained Special Missions Force. Its purpose was to defend human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world. And Destro here is from said ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world. He is actually one of the few head honchos of Cobra, along with Cobra Commander and the Baroness, and by this time Serpentor and the Cobra Law. Destro here is the weapons specialist in G.I. Joe, and he's Russian. Was G.I. Joe racist? Destro also had a relationship with one of the main head honchos of Cobra, the Baroness. Destro was overall just a really cool action figure and was in the line since 1983. This version did have a metallic head, and his second version did also have a metallic head. They both were the same exact mold, except one was just gold. Here is his filed card, but for this figure, he actually has a different sculpt. Speaking about the sculpt, this Destro's sculpting is amazing. The thing about this Destro is that he is way more puffy than the first versions, but that's a good thing considering it makes him more cartoon accurate. This was released around 1993, so this was around the Deke era, but still doesn't take away the fact that this is an awesome figure and it is very cartoon accurate. And as for its accessories, he has a decent amount. And he has a decent amount of accessories because he is a 90s Joe. Since most of the 90s Joes did come with a lot of unnecessary accessories. But for Destro, it feels just right. To start off, we got a pretty nicely sculpted gun with a little scope, a stand typical of 90s Joes, and a disc launcher. Man, I love this little disc launcher. It's just such an amazing little boy. It's really fun, and I'll show you how it works right now. So first off, let's take a more 90s era Joe here, like Guile from the Street Fighter line. And now let's take Destro out of the way. You just want to twist it until it's fully pulled back, and then shoot it. And as for his basic articulation, it's a G.I. Joe figure. Up and down at the head, but this is on a ball joint that's kind of weird. His arm can do a 360 and go out, but it is sometimes hindered by this little shoulder pad. An O-ring waist ball joint. His leg can spin, and a hinge at the knee. But now let's call upon the Storm Shadow Army for this guy to receive his final judgment. So I'd give this figure 2 Storm Shadows out of 3 because I honestly really love this figure. It just turned G.I. Joe into my second love for action figures. Of course, with number 1 being Masters of the Universe, I mean, you can't really change that. But this just started the beautiful mess that is toy collecting for me. It just got me into other lines other than Masters of the Universe, and this was a welcome addition, even now, to my ever-growing toy collection. So I'd say definitely get this figure if you are a G.I. Joe fan. He's very cheap on the second-hand market, and he's a good way to get a main baddie without completely breaking the bank. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Like, comment, share, do all the things that you gotta do, and I'll see you guys in the next video.